Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It is good to see you. This week I thought I would talk about kind of the difference between diet, which is a word I don't really like that much, and kind of just like this aspect of healthy living. In my life, I have definitely tried diets. Short-term, calorie restrictive, like you usually have to buy like some weird products or whatever, and I've never had any success doing any of those things, even though I knew like, okay, in 21 days or in 30 days or 60 days or whatever, like this is over and I can go back to like eating tacos and stuff. I still have like never successfully made it through like any kind of like diet program. Changing the way you eat for the short term seems nuts to me now. Mostly just because it's like, obviously logically, if you're gonna eat kale and protein bars for a short period of time, as soon as you stop eating kale and protein bars and you go back to eating deep dish pizza, like that obviously is not gonna maintain your weight loss. But like, I didn't think about that for like the longest time. So I tried all these diets and it didn't work. So people ask me now like, oh, what diet are you on, or what plan are you on, or is this on your plan? And like, I don't have a plan. I truthfully like don't fucking know what I'm doing like the majority of the time. I've been doing this low carb thing for, a couple weeks now, and it was really super hard at the beginning. Because I had just counted calories for so long, and it's like, I know I can have a granola bar and that's 100 calories, and 15 Cheez-Its is like 70 calories, and this lean cuisine is 300 calories and whatever. So it's like, I could look at things and just like know what I can have and make up a day that way. But when I switched to low carb, it's like, okay, now I have to pay attention to the amount of calories that are in things, but also how many carbs are in it, and make sure I stay below a certain amount, while also trying to like up protein intake and fat intake, which like I typically don't eat a ton of meat anyways, not for any reason. It's just like I don't buy it like that often. So it was harder for me to like switch to like buying chicken and beef and bacon. That's the best part of low carb, is like you eat a shitload of bacon. It's delicious. But even doing low carb, it's not like a plan to me. Like people are like, oh, are you doing Atkins? Are you doing keto? Are you doing, any of these things? And it's like, no, because I'm not like, both of those things like don't really encourage like eating fruit because of the like natural sugar in fruit. But it's like, if I'm not having sugar in like other things, then like if I'm not getting sugar from fruit, I'm gonna go eat like 6 pints of Ben & Jerry's and lose my freaking mind. So I'm not like following any established like thing. So for me, I feel like there's like no rules. Like, okay, I'm trying to eat below 80 grams of carbs and trying to eat 1,200 calories or less. Those are about the only guidelines that I've given myself. And so far I've been pretty fucking successful at sticking to those things. But, in terms of like something being on plan, if I want it to be on plan, it's gonna be on plan. Like if I do want to eat Ben & Jerry's, or I do, want to like go out to eat or something, like I will find a way to fit it into my day. Or if I can't, then I just like won't have it. So it's not a matter of like, you can't have this or you can't do that or whatever. It's just like, can I get it to fit? If I can get it to fit, super cool, I will have it. If I can't get it to fit, then maybe I'll have it another day when I can sort it out. Do I think that I can do low carb like for the rest of my life? Who fucking knows? Like, I definitely don't like the amount of dishes that I have to do now. That part is like anti-fun for me. But it's definitely like, I definitely really like the food that I'm eating. It tastes good. I feel like you get more of it. It keeps you full longer. Like eating, hard-boiled eggs and bacon definitely keeps you fuller longer than eating Cheez-Its and granola bars, I can tell you that. But the idea of doing anything for a short period of time is like just something I personally like very strongly disagree with. Like all these people that are like 21-day fix, or you know, like change your body in 60 days, and it's like, okay, but then fucking what? After 60 days, then what? Like, then what do I do? And I feel like if you don't enjoy the food you're eating, or you know, you don't necessarily, I feel like, have to look forward to it, but if you don't like enjoy it when you're eating it, then there's no way you're gonna stick to it. Like, there have been times where I'm like, I'm really not looking forward to eating that broccoli and grilled chicken tonight again for like the 40th time, and I will go get pad thai or something, and then obviously go up like 3 pounds in water weight overnight. But it's like, I feel like you can't, I just feel like you can't be successful if you're being that strict on yourself. Like, that's not changing your lifestyle, that is looking for a quick fix. And I'm sure there are plenty of people that have had success doing that. I'm not one of them. I assume if you're here watching this that you're maybe not one of them either. So I really think it is just important to kind of find what works for you. Like, what works for me might not work for you, and that's totally fine. And what works for you might not work for me. But if you find something that works for you and you're having success, like, no part of that is bad. Like, you know, like if someone's like, oh, should you be eating that burger and cheese? It's like, well, yes, actually I should be, because it's got tons of protein and fat and no carbs, and it's great for me. So like, thanks for asking, buddy. I appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, I think if you're gonna like delve into the weight loss thing, I think it will take you some time to figure out what works for you and how to eat and how to cook and, you know, like meal prep and like do all this stuff, which like I still fucking hate, you guys. Like, it just takes so much time. But it works, so like I'm gonna keep doing it. But yeah, I mean, I think if you're considering, you know, buying into something like a 21-day fix, or like all the shit that I see advertised, you know, on Instagram all the time, like, I really strongly encourage you to just like think about what your goals are and, you know, try to decide if in 21 days you're going to be where you want to be, and like be able to maintain that. And if you think you can, then like, cool, go for it, whatever. But you know, I've realized, like, even recently, for as much as I hate going to the gym, I'm like, motherfucker, I'm gonna have to do this for the rest of my goddamn life. Like, maybe not every day, maybe not at the intensity, but like, I definitely am going to have to be active in some way, shape, or form for the rest of my life. Like, I will never be able to go back to like laying on the couch, you know, with some Sour Patch Kids resting on my stomach and keep this weight off. So, yeah. If you've done any of those programs and have had like success over a long term, let me know, like, convince me otherwise. Cause yeah, I'm really curious about that. And I will see you next week.